If you're navigating through a dark period in your life where it feels like everything has lost its meaning, it's important to realize that this season holds profound significance. It may be difficult to understand in the moment, but a crisis is not just an unwelcome interruption in your journey, nor is it simply an obstacle blocking your path. More often than not, a crisis becomes the very journey necessary for your transformation. Rather than viewing these difficult moments as an end, try to see them as opportunities to reconnect with your essence, to rediscover the deeper purpose for which you were created. We all face crises at some point, whether it's a family issue, a painful separation, financial instability, or a heavy, overwhelming sense that everything around you is unraveling. These moments can shake us to our core. They intensify the soul, forcing us to look inward for answers to questions we may have long avoided. It's human to feel overwhelmed, and when hope feels distant, when helplessness feels like a permanent state, remember this: these feelings are not eternal. Just as the longest, darkest night eventually gives way to the dawn, emotional darkness too has an end. However, the end of this darkness will largely depend on how you choose to face and engage with it. The journey to healing begins within. When we find ourselves in times of crisis, our first instinct is often to look outward for solutions. We try to change our circumstances, wish the people around us would act differently, or hope for some external miracle to come and lift the weight off our shoulders. But real transformation begins inside, within your heart and mind. I invite you now to pause, breathe deeply, and acknowledge the inner strength you already possess. There is a reservoir of strength that the Eternal has planted within you, a strength you might not have fully tapped into yet. This strength isn't a physical power, but a spiritual one, and it is unshakable. During times of crisis, it may seem distant or dormant, but rest assured, it is always there, waiting for you to call on it. This strength can carry you through the darkest nights, through the heaviest storms, even when it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. In the middle of pain, however, it's normal to feel as though this strength is out of reach. Desperation can cloud our perception, making it hard to see the future with any clarity or optimism. The future can feel like a blur, the present an unbearable weight. Yet I want you to hear this clearly. The crisis you are experiencing today might very well be the fertile ground in which the seeds of tremendous change and growth will flourish tomorrow. The transformation you long for could be taking root beneath the surface, even if you can't see it yet. Crises are disguised opportunities. We often hear the phrase crisis as an opportunity, and it may sound like a tired cliche, but the depth of this truth is essential for your liberation. A crisis forces us to confront what we've been avoiding, to question the things we've prioritized, and to reevaluate the values we've built our lives around. It causes us to pause and reflect on what truly matters. What once seemed unshakable may crumble, but in that collapse lies fertile ground in which something new and more authentic can grow. These moments of breakdown, as painful as they are, offer a unique chance to align more deeply with the truth of who you are and what you really want from life. In the midst of this turmoil, ask yourself, what is the lesson in this? What needs to change? Where have I lost connection with my inner self, my values, and my purpose? It's through answering these difficult questions that transformation becomes possible. Acknowledge your emotions, but don't be held hostage by them. The pain you feel is real, and acknowledging that pain is a crucial part of healing. Emotional suffering can be paralyzing. It can make you feel like the weight of your emotions is too heavy to bear. But remember this: your emotions, while powerful, do not define you. When chaos surrounds you, it's easy to identify with the pain, to let it seep into your identity and believe it's a permanent part of who you are. But your emotions, like clouds, are temporary. Some may be dark and heavy, while others may pass lightly. But all of them are fleeting. You are not your sadness. You are not your anger, nor your despair. You are the space in which these emotions arise and fall away. Learning to observe your emotions from this perspective, acknowledging them without becoming overwhelmed by them, gives you the power to rise above them. By doing so, you discover the freedom to respond rather than react, to choose how you move forward instead of being held hostage by what you feel in any given moment. Connect with the eternal, with God. In these moments, the search for something greater becomes not just a desire, but a necessity. If there is an anchor in the storms of life, it is God, the Creator. He knew every challenge you would face, and in His wisdom has already equipped you with everything you need to overcome them. By connecting with the divine, you tap into an infinite source of strength that far exceeds human capacity. As it's written in Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This isn't just a comforting phrase, it's a profound truth. What does it mean? It means your perceived limitations are not the final word. When you surrender to the greater power of God, He carries you through. He renews you and empowers you to face challenges that once seemed insurmountable. Take a practical step forward. In times of crisis, it's tempting to feel immobilized, as though life is on pause while you wait for things to change on their own. But true transformation begins when you decide to take a step forward, no matter how small. Organize your thoughts. Focus on the areas of your life you can control, however insignificant they might seem. Taking small actions, such as getting your finances in order or simply extending kindness to another, can reignite hope and bring clarity amid chaos. Even in the most challenging times, there is always something you can do today to begin shifting your circumstances. It doesn't have to be grand. Sometimes the smallest step can create a ripple that leads to greater change. The future is full of new opportunities. Though it may feel difficult to believe in this moment, your future will not be a repetition of your present or your past. Every crisis you endure carries lessons within it. And through those lessons, you are being shaped for what is yet to come. What determines your tomorrow are the decisions you make today. Don't allow yourself to be bound by the past. Your past does not define you. It is a teacher, and what matters most is how you apply the wisdom you've gained from it. Redefine, reimagine, restart. Now is the time to redefine your dreams, to reimagine your future, and to restart your journey. Don't let pain, failure, or setbacks dictate who you will become. These things are part of the journey, but they are not your final destination. The power to change your life is already within you, and when you choose to use it, the universe aligns to support you. Remember this. You have the power to turn things around. God created you with a unique purpose, and no crisis, no matter how overwhelming, can erase that. Pain is temporary, but your purpose is eternal. You will overcome, and on the other side of this darkness, you will find new light, new hope, and a stronger, more authentic version of yourself waiting to emerge.